if your doctor recently told you that your liver enzymes are elevated, or if you have been noticing bloating after eating fatty foods, a slight yellowing of your skin or eyes, or feeling more tired than usual for no clear reason, I need you to stop scrolling and watch this video all the way through. Because what I am about to share with you in the next few minutes could genuinely change the direction of your liver health. My name is Dr. Michael Reynolds, and I have been practicing internal medicine for over 18 years, with a focus on liver and hepatobiliary conditions. In that time, I have sat across from thousands of patients who came to me confused and unsure of what to do next. And one of the most common questions I get nearly every single week is this: Doctor, is there anything I can eat to help my liver? My answer today is yes, absolutely yes, but it depends on what you are eating, how you are preparing it, and how much of it you are having. Here is what concerns me about what is circulating online. There are a lot of videos out there claiming things like detox your liver in 3 days, or drink this, and your liver enzymes drop overnight. That is not what this video is. I am a doctor, and I take my responsibility to you seriously. What I am sharing today is rooted in real research and guidelines from organizations like the American Liver Foundation and the World Health Organization. No miracle cures, no exaggerations, just the truth, and the truth is powerful enough on its own. Today we are going to talk about 5 vegetables backed by real evidence that can support liver function, reduce the burden on your liver, and in many cases help stabilize or gradually improve elevated liver enzymes when combined with the right lifestyle changes. And I am also going to share something most YouTube videos completely leave out: the preparation mistakes that can make things worse even with healthy vegetables. Before we dive in, if you have been told your liver enzymes are elevated or you have been diagnosed with fatty liver, comment below this video and tell me where you are at. I read these comments, and your story might help someone else watching this right now who feels completely alone. You are not alone. Millions of Americans are dealing with this, and we are going to work through it together. And before we go any further, do me a quick favor, hit subscribe and give this video a like. That helps YouTube put this in front of more people staring at a concerning lab result with nobody to explain it to them. Before I get into the vegetables, let me give you a quick explanation so everything that follows makes sense. Your liver is the body's main filtering and processing plant. Every day it processes toxins, metabolizes fat, produces proteins, and filters your blood hundreds of times over. When liver cells get damaged from fat buildup, chronic inflammation, or oxidative stress, enzymes inside those cells like ALT and AST leak into your bloodstream. That is why liver enzymes show up elevated on a blood test. Here is the most important part. The liver is one of the most regenerative organs in the human body. But that ability only kicks in when you reduce 2 things: the amount of fat and toxins your liver has to process every day, and the level of inflammation and oxidative stress constantly attacking liver cells. Every vegetable on this list works on one of those 2 levers, and that is something you have real control over. Starting with your next meal, the first vegetable is spinach. Spinach is rich in natural glutathione, the primary antioxidant your liver uses to neutralize toxins. When you eat spinach, you are supplying raw material your liver uses to produce more glutathione on its own, reducing oxidative damage to liver cells. Spinach is also rich in lutein and folate, both of which support what is called phase 2 detoxification in the liver, the step where your body converts toxins into a form that can be safely eliminated. How to use it? Eat a large bowl of lightly sautéed spinach in olive oil about 3 to 4 times a week. Avoid sautéing it too long, since high heat destroys folate. And here is the mistake to avoid: do not load spinach up with excess salt or soy sauce. Excess sodium gives your liver an unnecessary additional burden to process, especially if you already have fatty liver combined with high blood pressure. The second vegetable is artichoke. Artichoke contains a compound called cynurin, which has been studied for its ability to stimulate bile production, the fluid your liver uses to digest and eliminate excess fat. When bile flow improves, your liver has less pressure to store fat within its own cells. Artichoke also contains natural silymarin at low concentrations, a compound similar to the main active ingredient in milk thistle. One of the most studied herbal supports for liver health. How to use it. Steam or boil a whole artichoke and eat the tender inner leaves near the base, about twice a week. The mistake to avoid. Do not deep fry it or batter it. That turns a liver-supportive food into a source of saturated fat that makes your liver work harder. The third vegetable is broccoli. This is the one that surprises a lot of my patients because they assume it is only good for digestion. Broccoli contains glucosinolates, which your body converts into sulforaphane, a compound that has been widely studied for its ability to activate the liver's natural detoxification enzymes. A study published in a nutrition journal found that regular broccoli consumption was associated with reduced fat accumulation in the liver among people at risk for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. How to use it. Steam it lightly for 4 to 5 minutes to preserve the sulforaphane and eat it 3 to 4 times a week. The mistake to avoid. Do not boil it for a long time in a lot of water. High heat and extended boiling destroys most of the sulforaphane, leaving you with mostly fiber and very little of the detox benefit you were after. The fourth vegetable is beets. Beets contain betaine and beta-lane, two compounds that support reduced inflammation and improved blood flow through the liver. Betaine is particularly important because it helps prevent fat from accumulating inside liver cells. One of the main mechanisms behind fatty liver disease. The deep red color of beets comes from beta-lane, a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce oxidative stress in the liver. Similar to how anthocyanins work in other deep red and purple vegetables. How to use it. Eat boiled or lightly roasted beets. About half a beet per serving 2 to 3 times a week. The mistake to avoid. Skip the canned. Vinegar brine beets loaded with sodium. Choose fresh beets and prepare them yourself so you control the salt. The fifth vegetable is garlic, just like in the kidney conversation. Garlic shows up here again because allicin in garlic does not just support healthy blood pressure. It has also been studied for its ability to activate liver detox enzymes and reduce fat accumulation in liver cells. A clinical study found that regular garlic supplementation in the diet was associated with reduced liver fat index in people with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, especially when combined with modest weight loss. How to use it. Use fresh garlic, crush it, and let it sit for about 10 minutes before cooking so the allicin fully forms, and add it to most of your everyday meals. The mistake to avoid. Stay away from high-dose garlic supplement pills if you are on blood-thinning medication. Since they can interact, fresh garlic in normal cooking is safe for most people. Let me tell you about a patient. I will call Robert a composite of many patients I have treated, because his story reflects so many people I see. Robert came to me at 58 years old. His ALT was sitting at 85, more than double the normal upper limit, and an ultrasound showed grade 2 fatty liver. He was eating the way a lot of us eat, heavy on fried food, processed snacks, almost no real vegetables. We did not eliminate everything he loved. We added spinach sautéed in olive oil instead of his usual fried side dishes, steamed broccoli 3 times a week, fresh garlic in place of seasoning packets, and boiled beets as a regular side. After 3 months, his ALT had dropped to 52. After 6 months, a follow-up ultrasound showed his fatty liver had improved from grade 2 to grade 1. He did not need any additional medication beyond what his cardiologist had already prescribed. Now here is the part I consider the most important in this entire video, because you can buy all 5 of these vegetables. Eat them every day and still fail to improve your liver if you prepare them the wrong way. The most dangerous mistake is reusing cooking oil multiple times. A lot of households have a habit of reusing frying oil to save money. When oil is repeatedly heated, it produces oxidized compounds that are directly harmful to liver cells. This is one of the most common habits I see, and also one of the most damaging for my liver patients. The second mistake is overloading vegetables with salt and soy sauce. A healthy plate of vegetables can quickly turn into a sodium burden if you drown it in salty sauces or seasoning. Excess sodium raises blood pressure, causes fluid retention and increases the metabolic burden on your liver. The third mistake is misunderstanding how to boil vegetables. Many people assume boiling thoroughly is the healthiest way to cook. But for the vegetables on today's list, boiling them too long in too much water destroys most of the active compounds like sulforaphane and glutathione, the exact reason you chose to eat them in the first place. Quick steaming or light sautéing in olive oil preserves the most value. Food is support, and it never replaces your doctor. If you have noticeable yellowing of your skin or eyes, unusually dark urine, severe pain in your upper right abdomen, or swelling in your legs or abdomen, these are not situations to manage with vegetables. Those are reasons to call your doctor immediately or seek medical care. If you have hepatitis B, hepatitis C, or cirrhosis, any dietary changes need to be personalized with your liver specialist. Since your limitations may be different from someone with simple fatty liver alone, here is what to do this week. 1. On your next grocery trip, buy all 5. Spinach, artichoke, broccoli, beets, and garlic before anything processed goes in the cart. 2. Tonight, wash your spinach and broccoli, cut them up, and place them somewhere visible in your fridge. 3. Take a look at the cooking oil in your kitchen. If you have been reusing it multiple times, stop today. 4. Replace heavy salty sauces with fresh garlic and pepper in your everyday cooking. 5. Pull out your most recent lab results and write down your ALT and AST numbers so you can compare them again in 3 months. This is not a miracle, and I told you at the start I would never sell you one. This is the quiet, honest daily work that genuinely changes how hard your liver has to work. And a liver that works a little less hard is a liver that lasts you a lot longer.